Most people use Claude as a single assistant, one conversation, one thread, one task at a time. But Claude now has a feature most people have not caught up to. It can split itself into a team of specialized AI workers that handle different parts of a problem in parallel. They are called agents or sub-agents, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly what they are, how to use them, and why they completely change how you work with AI. Let me start with what an agent actually is. In Claude Code, an agent is a specialized version of Claude with its own job, its own rules, and its own context. You can spawn an agent to review your code, another one to write tests, another to plan a refactor, another to summarize research. Each agent runs independently. Each gets its own fresh context window. Each has a single focused responsibility. When they finish, they hand their results back to the main Claude, which stitches everything together into a final answer. Think of it like hiring a freelance team. You do not ask one person to code, test, document, and design the whole thing. You hire a specialist for each role. Claude agents work the same way. Here's why this matters. Context windows have limits. Even with millions of tokens, the more you cram into one conversation, the harder it gets for Claude to focus. Agents solve this by giving each task its own clean context. The code reviewer only sees the code it needs to review, the test writer only sees the specs, the researcher only sees the source materials. Each agent stays sharp because it is not drowning in irrelevant information. Now let me show you how to actually use them. In Claude Code, you run /agents to open the agent manager. You can see built-in agents and create your own. To create one, you give it three things: a name, a description of when to use it, and a prompt that defines how it should behave. That is it. For example, I made an agent called Code Reviewer. The description says, use this agent to review changes before committing. The prompt tells it to look for security bugs, style violations, and missing tests. Now, when I tell main Claude to finish a feature and review it, it spawns the code reviewer automatically. That reviewer looks at only the changed files, runs its checks, and returns a clean report. I did not have to manually trigger anything. Here's the power move. You can run multiple agents in parallel. If you're refactoring a large codebase, you can spawn one agent per module at the same time. Each one works on its piece independently, then they all finish roughly together and hand their results back. What would take one agent 2 hours takes 5 agents 20 minutes. It is the equivalent of throwing more hands at a problem, except the hands are AI and they never get tired. There is also a built-in library of agents for specific tasks. There is the Explore agent for deep codebase exploration, when you need to understand something quickly. The Plan agent for writing implementation plans before you touch code. The General Purpose agent for multi-step research that would otherwise burn your main context window. These are free, and they are what make Claude Code feel like a team instead of a single assistant. Now, let me tell you why this matters outside of coding. Even if you're not a developer, agents apply to your workflow. In Claude Desktop, skills and projects work the same way conceptually. A skill is a specialized capability Claude loads for a specific kind of task. A project is a specialized workspace with its own memory. Together, they let you configure Claude to behave differently for different parts of your work. Writing agent for emails, research agent for fact-finding, planning agent for strategy. You're essentially building your own team of Claude specialists without writing any code. There is one concept that ties this all together: context isolation. The big idea is that each agent has its own sandbox, its own brain space. It does not get confused by what other agents are doing. That is why this works better than just giving one big messy prompt to one Claude. Isolation creates clarity. Clarity creates better output. Here are the 4 rules I follow with agents. First, 1 agent per job. Do not build general purpose agents that try to do everything, build specialists. Second, clear handoff between them. The main Claude must know what each agent returns. Third, test them on real work before trusting them. Fourth, iterate your agents get better as you refine their prompts over time. Let me give you a concrete example from my own workflow. I have a launch agent. Its job is to take a feature I just shipped and write the launch announcement across 3 channels: Twitter, changelog, internal, Slack. The main Claude knows to hand it off. When I say time to announce this, the launch agent pulls context from my project files about our tone, our audience, and previous launches. It generates all 3 posts in parallel. 3 minutes done. Before agents, that was a 30-minute manual process. This is the future of working with AI. Not one conversation, not one assistant, a team of specialists, each doing what they do best, coordinated by a main thread that knows how to delegate. Claude figured this out before most other AI platforms. If you're still using Claude as a single chatbot, you're missing the biggest upgrade in how we work with AI. Your homework for this week: open Claude Code and run /agents. Create your first custom agent for something you do repeatedly. Could be writing meeting notes, reviewing PR, OKRs, generating test ideas. Anything. Give it a name, a description, and a prompt. Run it, see what happens. Once you spawn your first specialized agent, you will never go back to the one Claude workflow. If this video helped you, subscribe for weekly AI breakdowns. Share it with someone who thinks AI is just a chatbot. They have not seen what it becomes when you let it grow a team. Thanks for watching. Now go build your agents.